again, Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I watched the fucking UFC today, Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira. And that wasn't an easy feat for me to watch it. I don't want to take anything away from the fucking trials and tribulations the fighters went through. But for me to fucking watch it took quite a lot of fortitude and mental strength as well. Because I'm with the fucking family in another one-star hotel. And this morning I did an impression chamber podcast in the fucking car. That took an hour and a half. And fucking that didn't go down well with the missus. Hey, just look after the kids for 2 hours while I do a potty in the car. Is that cool? So I did that, then took the kids down to the beach. But the whole day I'm just thinking, how the fuck am I going to watch the UFC? I need to find a pub where the UFC is playing. And I need to fucking tell my wife that I'm leaving the family again. I'm leaving the family to watch the UFC. Can you look after the kids for like another hour and a half, 2 hours without me? And I just didn't see how I was going to get that victory. I didn't see... A lot of what I went through today to watch the fight is mimicked in the actual fight, which I'll talk about eventually. The second greatest victory I've ever seen. The first one was today, me watching the fight. Anyway, it's 5 minutes to fight time, and we're going to meet one of my wife's friends, a gay couple. And these dudes live like 25 minutes from where we are. So it's a 25-minute car trip. And they're like a couple of gay dudes. They're not watching the UFC. So I'm like, that's not even a fucking option. Then my wife's like, I need to stop at a bottle shop. I want to get some champagne to take to their place. I'm like, I know exactly the place. I know exactly where a bottle shop is. And so I took her to a pub where I knew they were playing the UFC. I saw a poster out there earlier in the day. So I'm like, I'll run in and I'll get the champagne for you. What kind? She's like, just grab anything. And so I went into this pub and they're just fucking walking out. The two fighters are just walking out. I'm like, fuck, what are you going to do now, Boyle? It's time to make decisions. It's time to see what you're made of. Are you going to let your wife, your 2-year-old daughter and your 6-year-old son boiled to death in the fucking car in the Queensland sun while you watch fucking the UFC for half an hour? I'm like, no. I'm a stronger man than that. So I got out of the car and I start panic calling all my friends. Do you have a link? Does anyone have a fucking free link to this fight? Anyone? Fucking please, God. And finally, my mate in Bali is like, yeah, I've got a link. Sent it to me. I fucking click on it. It's like it set off a bug in my whole fucking phone. Shit froze. Everything went fucking mental. I had to clear everything, turn the phone back on, get back to the link, hit it again. It's fucking all over the shop. I don't know if the fight started or not. I don't know what's going on. Link again. Click, click, click. Bang, fucking boo. And then I don't know what happened, but on one of the screens, I just hear the commentary. Joe Rogan's commentating. I'm like, fucking yes, Boyle. We've got it. And I find the fucking page it's on and the fight's there. They're just in the cage. Bruce Buffer is just doing his announcement. So I'm like, fuck yes. So that was the biggest victory of today. Now the fight, the actual fight, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. I swear to God, I think this fight has changed me. It's changed something in my fucking psyche because I just don't know how the fuck Israel Adesanya won. Just mentally. All right, I'll fucking set it up for you. So Israel Adesanya, he was a kickboxer before he went to the UFC. He fought this guy, Alex Pereira, the guy who is fighting today. Their first match, I think it was a close decision. And Alex Pereira won. Apparently Izzy should have won, but whatever. There's fucking con jobs in kickboxing and boxing. Anyway, the rematch. This is in kickboxing. The rematch, Izzy, Israel Adesanya, I'll be calling him Izzy from here on in. Izzy is leading and then something happens and Alex Pereira fucking KOs him. Just out fucking cold. Done. Anyway, fucking Izzy leaves kickboxing and goes to the UFC. He fights his way through, gets to the belt, becomes one of the most dominant middleweight champions of all time. About 2 years ago, Alex Pereira leaves fucking kickboxing, joins UFC, starts winning a couple of fights. He's not looking that good. He beats a couple of average sort of people. Then he beats this guy Sean Strickland, who's pretty fucking good. And Israel Adesanya had beat everyone, and there was really no one else to fight. So he's like, fuck it, I'm going to avenge my loss. My loss is against Alex Pereira. I'm going to fight him in the UFC. So they get together. This is about 6 months ago. They fight for the middleweight championship of the world. Israel Adesanya is fucking smoking Pereira for fucking 4 rounds. And then in the 5th, the Potin, or whatever the fuck they call him, Alex Pereira, who's just an absolute fucking unit. Huge, scary, fucking crazy looking dude from Brazil. Summons the fucking gods of the fucking Amazonians and fucks Izzy up in that last round. All Izzy needed to do was fucking run away from him for 5 minutes and he would have won. But he got TKO'd. Alex Pereira wins. So Alex Pereira has won 3 fights. 3 fucking fights against Israel Adesanya. Izzy. New Zealand fucking Nigerian guy. And because Izzy was such a fucking dominant champion, they're like, rematch straight away. And today was the rematch. Now, Israel Adesanya has lost 3 times to this guy. He was so close 6 months ago. And it seemed like, this is what it seemed like. It seemed like he had it in the bag, but Pereira was just one of these guys that he was never going to be able to beat. It just seemed like that. Like he has something psychological over him that he's never going to be able to put this guy away. And for anyone else in the world, I don't know how you overcome something like that. Just mentally. How do you not fucking negative self-talk your way? Just go, he's beaten me 3 times. Maybe I can never beat this guy. Maybe I can't do it. He's so big. He's so strong. I've had 3 chances. He's beaten me all 3 times. How am I going to do it this time? But fucking, some cunts are just made different. They're just mentally fucking built of different things. And I didn't think Izzy had a chance today because I think that way mentally. I don't know how someone could overcome something like that and win the next fight. It's not about beating the other guy at this stage. Israel Adesanya had to beat himself. He had to overcome himself. And that's the hardest fucking opponent. So he's got 2 opponents. He's got to overcome that negative fucking self-talk that's just must have been tunneling in. It would be tunneling into anyone else. And he's got to fucking beat this Amazonian warrior that's fucking bigger, stronger, like 20 kilos heavier than him, and just hits like a fucking sledgehammer. So I was like, I can't see how Izzy can win because I can't think like Izzy. You understand what I mean? Like, I have too much of a negative mindset to be able to overcome something like that. So I can't see how someone can overcome it. But this dude, Israel Adesanya, I fucking swear to God, first round, it looked fucking shaky. It looked like how I thought it was going to look. Izzy looked hesitant. Pereira looked fucking big and strong, and he was getting these leg kicks in, and they looked like they were doing damage. He got like fucking 10 or 12 leg kicks in the first round, and it didn't look good for fucking Izzy. Then the second round, Pereira comes out confident. There's a little bit more to and fro. They've picked up the pace a little bit. Pereira's still looking big and strong, and fucking Izzy's still looking... He's looking better than the first round, but he's still looking a little fucking shaky. And then Pereira gets him another good leg kick. Izzy looks fucking shaking a little bit. Fucking Pereira starts pouring on the pressure, gets him up against the cage. And Pereira just starts unleashing. And he unleashes bombs. Like, against anyone else, these are rib breakers, these are fucking jaw breakers. Like, he's fucking unleashing. Israel's up against the cage, and it looks like a carbon copy of the previous fight. It looks like Izzy's going to get caught and he's going to fucking go down, and Izzy's covering up, and then fucking Pereira takes a swing. Izzy sort of slips it or something. It fucking doesn't land. Izzy comes over, bam, right against the head. Pereira swings again. Izzy, bam, another right against the head. The cunt is out cold. Izzy has overcome his fucking demons. As soon as Pereira hit the ground, I was like, anything's possible. If Izzy can do this, anything is fucking possible. If Izzy can fucking overcome this, you can overcome anything. It made everything that I'm going through or have gone through, it made it all seem so small and so insignificant and so achievable. It was a very fucking strange feeling when fucking Pereira's head hit the fucking canvas. It was like a fucking switch went off in my head. I'm like, just fucking do it. Just get down, do the fucking hard work, and everything and anything is possible. And then in the post-fight fucking interview, that's what Izzy said. He's like, I fucking hope, I fucking wish to everyone on earth that at some point in your life, you will feel as happy as I feel now. And he was genuinely saying it. He was like, I hope, I wish, I pray that all of you get to feel how I feel now, but you can't feel like this unless you overcome some fucking adversity. And I was like, fucking Izzy. Israel motherfucking Adesanya. What a fucking inspiration. You can fucking do anything. Me and Izzy showed you can get anything done if you put your mind to it today. Anyway, fucking that'll do for today. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see you the fuck later.